Hi, how are you today? Now, stop me if this has ever happened to you. You're working or you're studying or something and then you need to check something on your phone quickly. So you pick it up and
A few moments later.
based on muscle memory, you forget what you wanted to do. You enter Instagram or TikTok. For me, it's usually Instagram, and then you see something that looks interesting, and then you just keep scrolling, or maybe your friend has sent you a reel.
2,000 years later.
And you just keep scrolling, and you've lost 30 minutes, an hour that you probably could have accomplished a whole lot with. Now, it happens to everyone, and there's something interesting that I want to show you guys today. Now, social media platforms have become really important and integral to our lives. We use it to stay connected with friends and family. We use them to catch up on the latest news or things that are happening around the world. We use it to share our own life moments and things happening around us and just our thoughts. Maybe, for example, like Twitter, our thoughts, maybe things that are going on. But have you ever stopped to actually take a minute and look at how much time you spend on social media? So there's a report by Common Sense Media that says that young adults and teens spend about 7 hours and 22 minutes every day on their phones. This doesn't include homework or maybe other types of work. That's nearly a full work day if you work 8 hours a day. So that's like 30% of your whole day spent on your phone. And what do we all use our phone to do most of the time? Social media. So join me. Let's take a look at this graphic of an 18-year-old's remaining time in months, assuming a 90-year life expectancy. Let's not talk about Nigeria and our life expectancy here, but let's just assume 90 years. So you spend about 30% of that sleeping because that's if you get enough sleep, you're supposed to get around 8 hours of sleep. So you spend another 126 months at work or school. That's being productive, obviously. And then you spend around 18 months in a car driving to or from work or school, going to places around and just basically driving. Spend another 36 months cooking or eating. Well, we all have to eat to survive, right? Spend the remaining 36 months doing chores, errands, maybe cleaning your house or buying petrol for your car or just stuff like that you have to do. And then 27 months in the bathroom. That's crazy. That's like 2 years in the bathroom. That's more than 2 years. It's crazy. And then the rest of the free time is around 334 months. So that's just about 30 years in the remaining 70 plus years that you would have after turning 18. Now, this is the time you use to clear out your bucket list, you use it to achieve your goals, you use it to go on vacation, live your life, spend time with your family, do all the things that make you happy. And I'm sure we all want to use this time really well, but if we look at the data, this is how much we spend on our phones out of this free time. That's more than 90% of our free time. Time that we're supposed to use to be happy, to be excited, to spend time with our family, to do things that make us happy, to go on vacation, to do things we all want to do, and live life and enjoy the world. We spend most of that time on our phones. It's crazy. Now, for me, I used to average around 6 to 7 hours on my phone. So you can try this right now. Go to your phone, check your screen time, like how much time you spend on average on your phone a day. I'm sure your phone would track it. I don't know about Android, but at least iPhones track your screen time. And just take a look at how long you spend on your phone. I'm guessing it's around 6 to 7, or if you're really into it, 8, 9 hours. And then check the first app that takes up the most time. For me, it was Instagram. Or you could check the first three, and ask yourself, is this really what I want to be spending majority of my time on? For me, it was Instagram. I used to average around 2 hours a week. Immediately I saw that I deleted the app. Like, cause I realized I'm not really gaining much from Instagram. And what am I really going to miss? Instagram is even much worse now. It used to be just the people you followed, what they are sharing, and how they're trying to live their life. That wasn't even all that positive because people only post their best life, right? But it's now even much worse where you see random things that tell me, like, just think about it. Do you remember most of the things that you look at throughout the day? I bet you don't. Like, it's irrelevant stuff. They might make you happy in the moment, and there's all the scientific research about dopamine and all of that. I'm not going to get into that, but you should really check out the scientific part of how social media affects us and affects our mind. And you might be asking, what's the big deal? I'm just scrolling through social media, I'm having fun, there's no harm to it. But studies have shown that social media is heavily linked to anxiety, depression, loneliness, and general mental health problems. Constantly comparing ourselves to other people's lives, meanwhile, they are posting their best lives, not showing us the bad side. You'd be surprised that most of those people's lives are actually not as great as yours, but they wouldn't show you that. And then you start comparing yourself and thinking, oh my God, my life is shit. You might also be thinking, but social media is free. I'm not even paying for it. There's nothing wrong with it. It looks free because social media is not the product in itself. You are the product. And that's how these companies make their money. They sell your attention to companies that want to advertise to you. So obviously, the more time that you're giving to them, the more they have to sell to companies. And there are other harms to social media too. So for example, it could affect your sleep. Like when you're scrolling through just before going to bed, that screen time emits a lot of blue light to you, and then your sleep schedule is like, your brain is messed up basically in terms of trying to sleep, because your brain sees the blue light and thinks the sun is still out and it's not yet time to sleep, so you don't settle down, or your mind doesn't get settled into sleep mode. And then the cycle continues because the next day is difficult for you to focus on actual work because you haven't had enough sleep, and then maybe the anxiety gets to affect you, and then you just can't have a great day. And so the little time that you're not actually scrolling on your phone, you can't get any work done, you can't do much, and then your productivity goes down the drain. Now, I could go on and on about how bad social media is. Social media isn't terrible because we use it to connect with our friends and family, like I said, and there are some nice things. Like, you can use it properly and gain from it without losing too much. So for example, what I do, I've noticed that there are prompts in my life that make me want to check social media. So for example, a notification on my phone would prompt me to want to pick it up. And once you pick up your phone, you know that you're going to enter that cycle. So I turn off notifications for social media. So for example, I've deleted Instagram from my phone. I put it on my iPad. So and then I turned off the notifications. So I only access Instagram maybe for 10, 15 minutes a day. I check everything that has happened throughout the day. And that's all. I respond to the reels maybe my friends have sent to me. I check out what everyone has been up to. And then I close the app and move on with my life. When I'm working, if I see my phone, for example, I might tend to want to pick it up. So what I do is I just put it away. It's not even near me. If I'm in the office, I put it in my bag. First of all, I put it on work focus so that only important notifications actually come through. So nothing is buzzing and bugging me. And then I put it in my bag and put my bag to the side, and I focus on my work. Our work time is 7 to 12. I get into the office by 7, finish up any communications I need to do with people, and then I put my phone away till 12. That's lunchtime. I automated my phone, so I use shortcuts. If you've ever tried that, I use it to automatically enter work focus by 7, and then when it enters work focus, it goes black and white. So my phone is not fun to use when it's in work focus. And so it's easy for me to just put it away. And then by 12, it automatically goes out of work focus. And then I pick it up, I respond to anything I need to respond to. I have an hour to do whatever I need to do. And then by 1, it goes back in there to work focus. I put it in my bag till 4 o'clock. This gives me 7 to 12, that's 5 hours. And then 1 to 4, that's another 3 hours. That's complete 8 hours of a working day to actually focus and be productive and do the things that I want to do. And then at the end of the day, I can pick up my phone and do other things, reach out to people, and just do what I need to do, right? And I've noticed, honestly, that after making these changes, I have actually improved in my screen time. So I still track it now. Unfortunately, iPhones can only show the last couple of weeks, so I can't really see how much I've improved. But I'm averaging around 5 hours or 4.5 hours actually. I'll put up the graphic so you guys can see. And yeah, I just feel a whole lot better. Coupled with all the other things that I talked about that I do in my previous video, you should check that out. I'll put the card up here and also link it below. Things like journaling have really helped me to just unwind. Even at work, I like to take down notes of things that I've accomplished or delivered so that at the end of the week I can take a look back on the week and see where I need to improve, or the things that I did well, or the things that I need to improve. And then I send a summary to my manager, and he can also get a view of what I've been up to all week. Now remember, social media is not bad. That's not what this video is about. It's just about understanding our relationship with social media and keeping a healthy balance. By first being aware that there is a problem, and then taking time to think about it and looking for solutions and how to find that balance. If you enjoy content like this and this video was useful for you, please subscribe. I'm all about posting stuff that is happening in my life that I feel like people out there could relate to, how things could be helpful. I give you productivity tips, career tips, and just how to be better every day. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate you, and take care. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.